Today I want to talk about a topic that is sometimes avoided but has to be addressed. For those of you guys who do not know me, my name is Salem, Soni, and this is my YouTube channel. I want to talk about a topic that is not always easily addressed, but I think needs to be mentioned. I'm originally from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, that is in Central Africa. After having a conversation with a friend of mine today, it prompted me to really have this conversation with the rest of the world, at least you guys who are watching right now. And that is simply, don't ask me where I'm from. And I know a lot of the time this is a touchy subject when it comes to people's background and personalities, and when it comes to someone's private life. I spent some time this summer and I was able to go and spend some time in Europe, did some work among immigrants. You know what the reality is, when you move outside your original country and you're a foreigner or you're somebody visiting a new country, it can be a kind of difficult time adjusting to a new culture, adjusting to a new environment, adjusting to a new way, or even thinking alone is difficult. And one of the obstacles that usually challenge them is the languages, the accent that they may have, adapting to the new culture. So it's really something that I want to talk about, 3 different keys that I think is important when I say don't ask me where I'm from. I've often enough spoken to many other people who've come from different countries and find themselves where I am in the United States. The reason why I want to give you guys these 3 points is because one of my goals in life is to become a great communicator, to have the ability to communicate my thoughts, my ideas, my plan, my vision, overall be able to communicate something that is direct. But understanding the transition that coming from the Congo and coming to America, there was a lot of different things that have influenced my ability to be a communicator. Number 1 was the language. In the Congo, we speak French. I grew up on speaking French. We have many other languages that we speak. So we grew up speaking like Lingala. My family speaks Kikongo. So those are languages that are core values of Congo and many other provinces and different parts in Congo. So you learn those. Some you learn in school. Some you pick it up from the street. Some you just learn from having conversations with your friends. So you grew up in this melting pot of languages, expressions, and boom, all of a sudden, you are transported into a different culture and a dominating language like English. So coming over here, with my upbringing, I was put into what we call ESL program. ESL simply stands for English is my second language. The good thing with ESL is a program that's put in place to help students get to the English level that they want, whether you might be in middle school, in high school, or at the university level. All of a sudden, when I was jumping here, I was faced with that understanding. The number 1 thing that I wanted to do is to speak the language. Speak the language of the places that welcomes you. So that was the number 1 thing. I think it took me about 2 to 3 years to really grasp the English language, and from there, just trying to improve. So the second thing that after I learned the language was losing the accent. Why? Because often enough, people used to always tell me, well, you have an accent like you're not from here. Your accent, oh, you sound different. Oh, you sound kind of funny. Oh, you have an accent. I don't know if that has happened to you being an immigrant, but that was something that kind of irritated me when I used to hear that. So I give myself an effort to say, you know what? I'm going to try to speak as quote unquote American as possible. Then I realized actually every American comes from somewhere unless you're a Native American. But I digress from that point. So that was the thing for me. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to lose the accent. I'm gonna try to maybe to accommodate myself to speaking one certain type of way, just so that no one can be able to ask me where I'm from. So that was the second thing. After learning the language, losing the accent was becoming eloquent. What I mean by eloquent? Eloquent is having the ability to know words, being able to clearly express those words, then impress others with those words. And eloquent for me was being able to speak in different type of crowds, whether it was into a rather country crowd and be able to speak like, yeah man, listen, nothing wrong with your tractor, man. I completely understand. If I was more in the city, I was speaking to some of my city friends and maybe they might be from an African American background, I'll be like, no doubt about it, bro, it's cool. No, you're good. But if I was speaking to an intellectual, more Ivy League type of crowd, this is how I will be expressing myself. Oh yeah, I completely understand. Well, when I look at the proclivity of one being able to understand the material being told over here, it's nothing less than something that has to be highly praised. Because when I see that one can be able to grasp a language despite the influences of another language or another background, that is proof of the power of our mind. So as you understand, my goal was simple, to be able to communicate in different environments, But one thing I realized, that no matter learning the languages, trying to lose the accent, and being able to speak eloquently didn't matter, because sometimes, somewhere, someone would say, "Where are you from again?" I accepted the fact that I was just different, and I can never shake my root, which is the Democratic Republic of the Congo. I'm Congolese by blood. I will always be Congolese. It's part of who I am. No matter where you might be coming from, accept, welcome where you are. You may say, "Well, dude, I was born in America, man. I'm from here." Listen, you are from here in America, but if you find yourself one day in China and somebody asking you where you're from, accept the fact that you're from America. You might be coming from Peru. Who knows? You might be coming from Malaysia or Nigeria. Wherever you might be coming from, accept who you are, because your origin have made up who you are becoming, the way you think, the way you act, the way you see the world, and that makes the world a beautiful place. Because with different people, different cultures, it's like a garden. A garden only with red roses kind of looks good, but a garden that's mixed up with roses and tulips and sunflowers of different colors, the whole gamut of different colors, brings the beauty of that garden. So understand and welcome where you are from. So when somebody asks you, "Where are you from again?" tell them proudly. This has been yours truly. Remember, you guys' very best. Catch you guys on the next time. Peace.